This is a replay of Let's Talk Nigeria on Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar, making Nigeria better, one conversation at a time.
We talk everything. Health, education, finance, sports, transportation, agriculture, politics,
entertainment,
people and power on Let's Talk Nigeria. Let's Talk Nigeria. Every day of the week from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Only on Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar. Your radio, your shine.
Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Nigeria, a throwback Thursday edition of it, broadcasting live on the People's Radio Station, Sparkling 92.3 FM. Your radio, your shine. That radio station that is concerned about your shine. But today, we are in a celebratory mode. That is because today is World Radio Day. And that is the business we are in. So we're taking this time out to look at the impact of radio on governance, communities, and also the welfare and the well-being of every Nigerian and everybody globally. Welcome. I go by the name Sidney Williams Ojeka, welcoming you to this emphatic program. And today we want to look at something close to the people. Remember that we've been talking about a governance style, a governance structure that is close to the people, that feels the pulse of the people. Yeah? And that is the local government. We saw and we heard about their autonomy, although there's still contentious issues about the autonomy of the local government. But then they have had their elections. Local government council chairmen are now in offices. And matter of fact, some have hit 100 days, some are approaching 100 days. And in 100 days in office, we'd want to ask what has been the significant difference to the lives of the people in different local government areas, particularly the 18 local government areas that we have in crossover state. But this morning, we want to go far away to the north, the northern part of the state, Ogoja to be precise, one of those provinces that have existed almost for the longest, as even longer than Nigeria. Anyways, this morning, we have Honourable Sonny Okem, the Chief Press Secretary to the Ogoja Local Government Council, and live over a phone conversation with us here we have the chairman of Ogoja Local Government Council, Chris Agbe. Good morning to both of the gentlemen with us in the studio this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. Chris.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Very fine. So nice to have you today on Let's Talk Nigeria. Mr. Chris, before we come to you, let us speak with your Chief Press Secretary right here in office. Mr. Sonny, or Honourable Sonny rather, it is good experience to see that local government is now closer to the people. And now we are celebrating 100 days in office. 100 days in office. What has been the impact on the people?
Thank you. Good morning, listener. I think Ogoja Local Government Council is blessed with the chairman in person of Honourable Christopher Ewe Agbe, who on the 2nd of November 2024, the people went out to vote for and was sworn in by the governor of the state, His Excellency Prince Basi Otu.
Okay.
So far, the chairman is here live to talk to the people, and he will tell you how aggressively he has taken over the council for the past 100 days in office, what he has done. Particularly, he focused his attention on quick wins projects. He will explain further from there. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you very much, Honourable Sonny Okem. Thank you very much. All righty. Honourable Chris, thank you very much for coming on with us today. First question I would want to ask, local government autonomy. You're a local government chairman. Let us ask, first off, how has it been?
Well, the only thing I can tell you about the autonomy is that everything is going well. We have a boss, we have a governor who is trying his best to make sure that we're all fine. I don't think for now we have any issues about that.
All right, Honourable. Now let us get to talk about Ogoja Local Government Area. It has been a province in Nigeria for almost the longest, and developments we have seen. Now that you have got into office, we would want to ask first, what have you noticed? What are the plans and the structures? And what is the possibility of what's to come in the future?
Okay. My brother, the whole of this thing is not our reign today, starting from the governor. Our priority is the people.
Okay.
This government is government of the people. So, like you see, the short time we've stayed in office, whatever thing we've embarked on is the project that affect the people directly. So we are just about the people. The people is our concern. The people is our first priority.
Okay.
That's why you see whatever little thing we do, you understand, we make sure that it goes directly to the people. People have impact on it. So this government is the government that cares about the people. So that's why you see all being protect the little protest we started with. We take those that make sure that they affect the people directly.
Part of the challenges that we have heard about in Ogoja was the recent fire outbreak that we heard about in the court. Was it the Federal High Court? Yes. And I would want to ask, you swung into action the quickest, although you had a little bit of challenges, and these are the realities of governance. How prepared is the administration of Honourable Chris in tackling possible issues that may arise?
Well, for now, it's a pity that we had fire incidents within 48 hours in Ogoja. And when the first one came, we experienced the first one. We tried our best to make sure that we could save the whole thing. And the only unfortunate thing that the fire service was not active. And after that, we had to call ourselves. Even when we also, maybe the governor also was very concerned. He was the one who even called me, and said, Chris, the pity, this is that, and all of that. What do we do? And I think we are working on something to make sure that fire service is put in place in Ogoja, so that when those kind of things happen, we will not be stranded.
Okay. Honourable, before we go to your scorecards, I just want to ask, for the court that was burnt down, is the local government council doing anything in providing maybe a makeshift arrangement for court proceedings to still continue?
Yes, that's exactly what we did, because we didn't want a situation where, because the court has been burned and the activities of the legal unit are shut down in Ogoja. So what we did was that we just had to give them we said, okay, come and let's manage in our council hall. Whenever you have proceedings, just come to the council hall. We will give you access to the council hall so that you can continue your proceedings.
All righty.
So that's what we did, yes. We have to be our brother's keepers.
Very true. Thank you very much, Honourable. Now, let us go straight to your scorecard. I know that you're not supposed to be blowing your trumpet, but then let us give you the opportunity, just like a lizard will do, jump from a very tall space, hits the floor, and takes a nod. Let us look at your scorecard. Part of what we heard about floating of boat shuttles in Ogoja. Why did you do this? What was it targeted at in the first place?
Yes, what gave me the drive, to do that was that, before I became chairman of council, there was something I did in Ogoja that nobody knew. Even up to today, nobody has an idea of it. It's only when maybe as we're talking now that I will maybe tell you exactly what really happened. Before I became chairman of council, I floated questionnaire in Ogoja, and nobody knew that I was the one. And the questionnaire was just to know what is the primary, what's those immediate things that the people need in Ogoja. And one of the things, that they needed was that transportation issue we took on. Immediately we came into office. Because you can imagine that from, if you know Ogoja very well, you can find that from the junction to Igodi,
yes,
they were collecting 1,500 naira, 1,700 naira, 2,000. And I said, wow, what was it? I thought that it was high, and all of that. And when I got the questionnaire and I saw that I took it upon that was going to be the first thing we should do, because these were after the people and it was affecting the people directly. That is why we took on that project. And by God's grace, The boats are floating in Ogoja. The people are enjoying it. The people are praying for Prince Otu's government. Are praying for also the Ogoja, our rain now. You know, everybody is saying, God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless.
Honourable Chairman. Honourable Chairman. Now let us take this. Yes, let us take this head on. The bus shuttle that is now floated, as compared to the city shuttle that was in existence, if we were to look at the disparity in prices, will you say the bus shuttle you have floated is making life easier for people in Ogoja?
Yes.
Do you ride? Have you ever ridden in this bus before? Like you had to let go of your private vehicle and then you rode in one of those public shuttles?
No.
Okay.
What really happened is that, you know, if you have a profile of Ogoja, at the time before we came into power, we discovered that we had some security issues that you know, our brothers and sisters who come from Lagos, Abuja, maybe late night. We have some security issues that the bike they will pick some persons, you know, and by the end of the day, we will realize that there will start information will come in that people are missing, you know, and all of that. That's what gave us the drive to make sure that for security reasons, you know, you understand, we should put those buses in place so that by the end of the day, those buses, you can see that are shuttle buses, you can see that are protected, security-wise. And also, that's why when we came on board too, the bikes in Ogoja, we brought up these vests that every bike operator must wear a vest with a number. And the number of that we attached to the plate number of the bike. So that everybody that is climbing bike in Ogoja, the first thing the person needs to do is to take his eyes to the number of the vest and also take his eyes to the number of the cyclist he is taking. You know, because the number of the vest is attached to the number of the bike of cyclist. So we're trying to also put those measures together to see how, you know, how people can be saved.
Okay.
Because, you know, the primary objective of government is protect life and property.
Okay.
So when we came, we felt that that was very necessary for us to see how we can go on that to face that issue that the life and property of the Ogoja people are protected.
I just hope, Honourable Chairman, would want to hope this is not a one-off thing. It will be one that will continue even after your administration.
Yeah, we pray so. We pray so.
And part of what we noticed in Ogoja, because Ogoja is very close to where I am from. Matter of fact, at times you have to drive through Igoli to get to Okuku before you get to Okpoma. And we have noticed traffic lights and also street lights. How come about this? Is it in partnership with the State Electrification Agency, or it was a project that the local government council took on themselves?
Yes. The partner of the State Electrification Agency is the governor's project.
Okay. And then looking at lighting up the area, what are we expecting? It has started off from Igoli, for instance. Are we expecting it to spread to Abakpa and some other places?
Yes. They're taking it gradually. So it's a project. So they're taking it. There are phases they're doing. Everywhere in Ogoja and Nidala will be lighted up.
Okay. Then we heard about another report, Mr. Chairman. We just want to verify it about how the local government council embarked on a clean up of urban spaces, the markets, and also going through environmental sanitation. Let's get to talk about that. How do you intend to even do better in cleaning up the old province called Ogoja?
You can come again.
We've noticed that you've done remarkably well when it comes to cleaning up Ogoja. It wasn't a dirty space before, but since the administration came.
Yes. You see, between me and you, if you're coming from, if you're coming from the north, or you're an indigenous of the northern part of Cross River, you know, you see, the master plan of Ogoja, that is not the original master plan of Ogoja. You know, because if you're entering into the town, you can't see green areas. You cannot see green areas again in Ogoja. I remember when one of our brothers, High Chief Simiton, was urban development secretary. He started to be the time was all those green areas were well kept. The plan of Ogoja, when you enter the town, you know that this is Ogoja. But now you can see pockets of ramshacked of containers, ramshacked of everywhere. The green area has been tampered with. You can see the countries down to put all these containers and all of that. If you come into Ogoja, that's not the way of the town was. Look at it, when High Chief did it when he was over the government secretary. Look at how the arrangement did it. That place was very aggressive. It was nice looking. People were using it for weddings, snow, and all of that. But now if you're passing, can you use that place for wedding again? Does it look the way it looks in the original plan? It doesn't.
All right.
So those are just the things we need to get together to see how we can return down to the way it used to look like, to the original. So that's why I gave us the drive, to make sure that we call the appropriate authority, the town planners, town department, the urban development secretary of Ogoja, urban people, to see how we can put our heads together to see how we can correct all of those, so that the town will come back to all green, will be maintained, the trees will be maintained, and all of that. Then the alignment of building, you can see that when you're entering Ogoja, you have a fence, right away, and then only if fence come up, maybe a container in front of the fence. So see that the economy is not organized. So we're trying to see how we can make better to see how all of that will come to play.
All righty. Honourable Chairman, thank you very much for bringing us closer to some of these beautiful feats, what is happening in Ogoja. But I would want to ask you before I let you go, he's a good friend of the house and a good friend of mine, Honourable Thomas Aruku. I hope both of you are working hand in hand for the growth of Ogoja.
Yes, we're working together. He's my House of Assembly member. We must work together now.
Okay.
If we don't work together, it means we don't know what we're doing.
I just needed
we
to
must
clear.
be together.
Okay, I just needed to clear that. All right, so just hold on there, Honourable Chairman. Let me go to Honourable Sonny Okem here, the Chief Press Secretary of Ogoja Local Government Council. And we heard at one point about a communal feed that involved the Muslim community. I'd want to ask from you, what has been the resolve on that issue?
Well, that is purely a religious matter that the governor waded in before the administration of Honourable Chris Agbe.
Mm-hmm.
When we came into power, we discovered that they had some factions. The religious sect had some factions, and both of them were not agreeing in terms of dressing, prayers, and all that. Then the chairman, who doesn't like problems, who feel Ogoja people must live in peace, waded into the matter, invited the two parties together, spoke extensively with them. They agreed in terms. Later, some disagreed. Those who were not really informed disagreed because they didn't know the outcome of the meeting they held. When they came back to chairman was able to enlighten them, gave them a direction whereby today both parties are one and are living in peace.
Okay. All righty. You calls are beginning to come in. That's because I am sure that those listening and finding this very, very interesting. Mr. Chairman, you still with us, sir? Honourable Chairman, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, now. Thank you very much. Now,
thank you.
Honourable Sonny here just explained to us how it was that you waded in the Muslim communal feed there in Ogoja, and I would say thumbs up to how it is that you were able to bring peace to that area. Another part that we should consider is the participation in both Northern Senatorial District Carnival and Carnival Calabar. We saw last year when Mr. Governor said that the carnival will not just now be central in Calabar, that they would want to spread it across the 3 senatorial districts. So the Northern Senatorial District had theirs in Ogoja, the Central had theirs, the South had theirs. Let us talk about revenue, the exposure and the opportunities that brought to Ogoja. How do we intend to maximize it? And now I'm talking about people in Ogoja.
Okay, in respect of the carnival?
Yes.
Okay, before we came into power, the carnival program has been on, and between me and you, you know that you agree with me that that carnival has so many things to play in our economy, in the economy of Northern Cross River or Ogoja,
Okay.
where the carnival is selected, where we come the whole tribal government in the north for us to get together and do. You can see that, by the time we do that, you can see that those who sell pure water, will be, if they are selling 10 bags, that very particular hours of where we are doing this carnival, you can see that they will sell even more than 50 bags. Okay. So it has to do with the economy. It affects the economy directly. You understand that. We pray that as time goes on, we will improve. We will on it. By the end of the day, everything will be okay.
Now let us
affect the economy directly.
Now that you've spoken about economy, let us talk about the economic status and the viability of Ogoja. We have always known Ogoja since the provincial era that it has been a commercial hub for the Central Senatorial District. Time immemorial. We would want to ask, what are you doing in sustaining the commercial activities there, build on what you met in existence, and give the people of Ogoja an easy way out?
Yes, I think the first thing first is that since we came in, we've been trying to see how we try to improve the economic situation of Ogoja. And how we're going about it. One, we discovered that the life situation in Ogoja is a little bit worrisome. And that's definitely an opening. I've not spoken to anybody about this thing I'm telling you now, but
so it's an exclusive.
I'm a quiet type. I'm a loud type. So I have gone as far as talking to the authorities that are in charge of like for instance now we go to most of those Ogoja areas, where we have mission roads. You hear that their transformer has gone, they have vandalized, they have removed oil, they have done that, and all of that. We'll go ahead to talk to the appropriate authorities to see how they will come and revive. First of all, if you have light, wherever you have light, I think the business activity there will be correct, because one, the issue of getting fuel in the gen, you understand that cost will be reduced, all of that. Then items for the communities will be the price will not be much, will not be convincing to the people, and all of that. But if you have light, and you don't buy fuel, if somebody is coming to PSL pure water, is having fridge, is selling a bottle of beer, I think he will be considerate to know that, okay, a bottle of beer is supposed to be 2 naira. If it's 2 naira, he won't say okay because he has bought well, to earn his den. He will have to add that cost in his expenditure of trying to make sure that business is going on.
Yes.
So light is one of the things that we are trying to see how we can put in place, and all of that, so that everything, immediately you have light, everything will take shape.
All righty.
Yes.
Honourable Chairman, thank you very much for the words that you've spoken just for the first half of it. We want to go on a very short commercial break, Perseverance Nigerians, and when we return, we'll continue with our conversation with Honourable Chris Agbe. He is the Honourable Chairman of Ogoja Local Government Area, and we've been talking extensively about some of the challenges and also the initiatives that he has put in place in ensuring that governance gets closer to the people. Let's go on this very short break, but then when we return, we'll get to continue, and this time around, we'll even throw open the lines for you to call, pitch, and ask your questions. People will be right back.
Coming right back. Just grabbing more chips and salsa.
Sparkling 92.3 FM, Calabar. For us here at Sparkling 92.3 FM, to be socially relevant means that we are in tune, literally connected to the burning issues of the society.
You see the conditions of the economy today, and then you now try to insult our collective intelligence by telling us that there's increase in employment in the country. We know that is not true.
It's a lie. That is fallacy.
People actually tune onto our podcast every day, not just to be informed, educated, or entertained by us.
Talk to me.
Now hungry, they catch me.
Hey, hunger, they catch you. You don't drink water?
I don't drink. I see Gary. No way. No very good.
But also to be the agency that facilitates real change in the society.
I beg, I take God pay you. Tell my governor to pay us salary, minimum wage. I beg.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's a responsibility that we recognize and take seriously. On Sparkling 92.3 FM, your radio, your shine.
This is a replay of Let's Talk Nigeria on Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar, making Nigeria better, one conversation at a time.
We talk everything. Health, education, finance, sports, transportation, agriculture, politics,
Entertainment,
people and power. On Let's Talk Nigeria. Let's Talk Nigeria. Every day of the week from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Only on Sparkling 92.3 FM Calabar. Your radio, your shine.
We are ready to take your calls. Turn down the volume on all radio. Step in and around you to avoid a holdback.
Nigerians, welcome back. Crossoverians, it is still Let's Talk Nigeria, broadcasting live on Sparkling 92.3 FM, your radio, your shine. And we're talking local government issues, local government matters, most especially with the Honourable Chairman of Ogoja Local Government Area, Honourable Chris Agbe. And we still have with us in the studio his Chief Press Secretary, Honourable Sonny Okem. And we're looking at the 100 days in office, the achievement, the challenges, and also the projection going forward. Honourable Chairman, thank you very much for sticking with us, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
thank
sir.
you.
All right, now let us go back. But people, you can now call. Our lines are open for you to pitch in, ask your questions should you have any. And if you need clarification anywhere, you can call the number 080-923-00022 or 0812-723-7060. We have with us here Honourable Chris Agbe. He is the Honourable Chairman of Ogoja Local Government Area. Honourable, I had wanted to ask before we went on the break here. Upon resumption of office, were there working tools for you to start what you were mandated to do?
Come again?
Upon resumption of office, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. Upon resumption of office, Mr. Chairman, did you have all of the working tools necessary for you to start work with the mandate that was handed over to you by the people? Starting it off from your office to infrastructure and even to accommodation.
Yes. Before we came in, there was a system already now. There was a system before we came in. The hallhouse were there. So when we came in, where they have stopped is where we picked up from where they have stopped. So everything was in place.
What was the transition like? The transition from Olga to now a local government council chairman?
The transition?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, Mr. Chairman. Can you hear us?
Yeah, okay, the transition process?
Yes, the transition process of Holga handing over to now a local government chairman.
Okay, they had a handing over note. They gave us details of the project they did before we came in. They handed over the assets, the local government assets. Everything was detailed. And all of that. Once we could not understand, we started asking them questions so that we can understand, and then I think there's no problem. Everything is okay.
All right. As part of what we saw that you waded into was refurbishing the council's 13 ambulances and the pickup Ford. Okay. It was just one ambulance?
Yes, they have issues. Like I told you before, we when we came in, we saw that those things were down. Like you can understand what ambulance works. Like I told you, the primary objective of this government is to make sure that, the people are okay. Ambulance, the job of ambulance, when emergencies are around us, we can use ambulance to, and all of that. So we told them that there was need for us to fix the ambulance.
And you did.
So that it will also serve the primary health care, a part of it, so that they could the health aspect of it, could be well put in place.
All right.
You understand. So that was one of the first things we did.
Okay, Honourable, just hold on there because we have a caller now on the line. Mr. Ernest, good morning.
Good morning to you,
Yes, good morning, Mr. Ernest.
Honourable Chairman of Ogoja Lga government.
All right, let us hear from you.
Yes, in the studio. Williams Ojega, Ernest of 8 Miles.
Go ahead, Mr. Ernest.
Thank you. Williams,
yes, sir.
You will know that when we tune Sparkling FM, your old logo is your radio, your shine share.
Yes.
Please, when you are talking to any chairman in Cross River State, first of all, you should let them know that this is the tourism state of the Federation.
Okay.
I've been listening to you carefully for them to have that mentality. What are they going to do to attract tourists that are going to come to their location? As when they arrive, they know that this is a tourism state of the Federation.
Okay.
Secondly, I traveled from Calabar. When you pass Calabar going towards Makamba, you saw that every local government have their dump site but along our highways that are traveling to Obodo. Every local government have their dump site by the side of the road. Do they plan to have a dump site in their domain so that we will not see any of our highway looking dirty? That this state represents supposed to duplicate what it is, that we don't want to see those things. But I thank him for his own views. I listened to him very carefully. He have a good plan in his local government. Then God will keep him and bless him.
All right, thank you very much.
In his mandate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honourable Chairman, they've asked, what are you doing in an attempt to attract tourists and tourist attraction to the local government?
Yes, like I told you, that first of all, you understand the master plan of that, and we will try our best by the grace of God to see how we bring it back. Secondly, we have project we want to also embark on. You can see that as nothing possibly, we don't have what we call like a recreation center. So we are trying to see how we can embark on one, to see how the people will be coming in, trooping in to see, to see exactly what's happening in Ogoja, and how do we want to see? We have different sectors where the children will be playing. We have where the adults will come, sit down and refresh themselves. We'll have even a football pitch inside there. The side we're trying to make is close to the river. You understand? People will sit. You will sit there. You will sit where you are sitting. When you are trying to refresh yourself, and you will see the river. You will see the waterways. You will see the landscape of that end that we want to introduce all of that. You understand? So. Like for instance, you see, like when people are coming in, we have our hospitality status is okay. You can see that those who are into hospitality in Ogoja are doing well. The hotels are doing well. So you understand they are of standard, and all of that. So many things we're trying to. We're taking it when we get there because we were very conscious that our state is a tourist state. We have very difficult to practice like Baliku, where you have the ranch, you understand. You come to the Yala where you have where this some minerals that are there. People are trooping in. People are trooping. We're trying to let's see how we put the master plans together, and all of that. You can see if you see the way Ogoja looks like, by the time the master plan is brought back, you can see that people will be coming in, and all of that stuff, the natural resources that are there.
Okay.
And all of that. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I would want to ask you a daunting question now, and I'll need you to be sincere with it. It was talked about the furnishing of the chairman's office, and I would want to ask you, when you got into office, were there furniture, mobility, and the primary infrastructure that was needed by Mr. Chairman to start off administration? We heard when you came into office there were no furniture.
Yes, that is true. There was no furniture, but I won't tell where, because I know that when I came in there was no furniture. But when I asked, they told me that most of the institutions are like, okay, for instance, in Chairman's office, the head of local government administration had a table. So she told me that the table in Chairman's office, she's the one who is using the table. I said, okay, good and fine. And all of that. So maybe because nobody was in the office, that's why all of that was. And I think I've cited them. I've cited the furniture that were in the former Chairman's office that then he cancelled. They were not looted.
Okay. We heard about the essay on health go around, and part of the places he touched down was Ogoja. Matter of fact, I interfaced with him and he gave us details of what he found out when he went there. So I would want to ask you, one of the achievements on the scorecard is that you have provided medical doctors for the primary health center in Ogoja. Tell us about it.
Yes, when I came in as chairman of council, I had to do a tour on the health sector. Because that health sector is one of the keen sector that I have interest to. So when I went around, I discovered that there were not doctors, to take care of these people in those primary health care. So what I did was that I just quickly racked my brain and said, whoa, what's the next thing I need to do now? I had to consult the coordinator in the NYSC camp. And when I called her, she said she was somewhere. And we now got an appointment. And I had to drive from Ogoja to NYSC camp. When I got there, I presented my issues to him that, please, I beg her in the name of God that I need medical doctors, to our primary health care. And she obliged me, we thank God. She obliged me of the medical doctors. We have them, they are there. We try to see how we take care of them. We try to see how we make them to feel that the environment is we try to give them a conducive environment, and all of that. The first thing she told me was accommodation. And I assured her that accommodation will not be a problem. We will give them good accommodation, which the last time I went to camp, she commended that, yes, the corps members or the doctors have called her and told her that where they were accommodated is very, very comfortable for them. So they are there. They move to various health centers, check on the people in the wards, and all of that. Everything is going well. Just because we think that we are for the people. So we needed to see how from that angle we go that mile, into that mileage, to see how we can get doctors to be around. And they are doing well. The doctors are doing well. Yes.
As part of what was reported, Mr. Chairman, we heard about the floating of Ogoja Equity and Investment Company Limited. What is this?
Yes.
What inspired it? And what is it supposed to address?
Okay. For me, I came from the background I came from the business private sector background. What gave me that drive, to do that is because, for me, I am that kind of person that whether you have money, I have money, or I don't have money, whatever thing I want to lay my hands on, I lay my hands on. So what about the equity and investment is that, we have so many projects we need to do, and all of that. So we can tie them to equity and investment. We can have those that want to come and invest. For instance, we have a project that we think that, okay, we don't have funds to do that project. We could call it's a PPP thing. It's a PPP thing. You come, we sit down on the round table, you understand, and we give you our proposal, you look at it, and by the end of the day, when you invest, you will reap back your money. But we don't, the equity and investment is strictly business that they will have returns. We don't, we won't tell somebody to come and invest, also come and create roads for us, We can say, we come to Ogoja, and we have this proposal that, for instance, I want to float in more buses, you understand. come and put in. Then by end of the day, we will revert back your money to be invested, or you will get your money back from your investor. So the investment is just for business that has returned. Business is returned. You understand? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to use that to see how we won't have challenges in doing our project.
Okay.
And use that avenue to see how we can push, not being stranded.
Mr. Chairman, there's this other case, and I'm sure that you are duly informed about it. The sand dredging from Ogoja River to Abakaliki. How come?
Yeah.
What do you intend to do with the Ebonyi State governor, or whichever local government is closer that this activities is occurring in?
Okay. Like I told, like you just said, when I came into power, I got all this information. Not to those sides. I've gone there myself. One at Intara, in Kajok, the Kajok aspect of Ogoja. We have invited them for a meeting. I've invited the two people who are involved in this sand dredging. I think by next week they will come for a meeting for me to see how we can put it on the table. Because for me, I believe on negotiation. Negotiation is what I see as is the key to every success. And I've accepted that the call for us to talk in my office. Then from there we will have a way forward.
Now let us consider internally generated revenue issues, which includes the capital flight in terms of agricultural products like rice, leaving Ogoja to Abakaliki for farmers. What are you doing in addressing this?
Well, we're just trying to see how we can. That's why, like you were asking me about the equity and investment. We will try our best to see how we can give the farmer farm inputs. Encourage them. So that by the end of the day, when these agricultural products are ready, we can how we can float them around the Ogoja. Because what I discovered was that our brothers from the other end will give them input, and by the end of the day, they will be the end taker, and they will do the off takers of all of those products. And we've discovered that it's not healthy for us. Let us see how all our agricultural products, we will assemble them there in Ogoja, like the rice, we will mill them there, bag them there, and, label them there, for us to see how we can push the next level. So we are just trying to see how we can impact on that agri input, to farmers, so that by the end of the day, it gets to that time, nobody will come and decide for them on how to sell their product. Nobody will come and take the product out of the state. Because right now, as I'm talking to you, our products from the other end of it, the Ebonyi, will come and give them inputs. And the agreement is that when they give them inputs, they will be off-takers at the time the products are ready. So we are working on it. We're trying to see what we can do as government.
Alrighty. Just quick ones before we draw the curtain for today. What about asset recovery? We heard that you constituted a committee and they have done notably well in asset recovery for the local government area. Oh. Yes?
Okay. Like I told you before, when we came, we had the handing over note. The ones we had eyebrow on them. Those are the ones who saying some assets that belong to the council. We saw that some certain assets were not properly given it. They don't know proper details about them. So in essence of creating or that committee is to see how we can recover the ones that are not position of government.
Okay.
So that we will know that yes, every asset of government is in place.
And then we heard about the recent reconstruction of the Mbube Road, or a portion of the bridge that collapsed.
Yes. We have a bridge that leads to between the boundary between Obudu and Ogoja. We had the bridge had a problem, and right now as I'm talking to you, the project is ongoing.
Okay.
We're trying to see how we fix it so that our brothers from Obudu can have access to Ogoja, then our brothers from Ogoja can have access to Obudu. Because our brothers from Obudu will come there, get palm wine from us. They will come there, get kernel. They come there to buy kernel. They impact. They come there to buy cocoa. And all of that. And also our brothers from the one from the Mbobe axis, will go there, to get a particular fish they cook. It's a business hub. That road is a business hub. It takes them to even the ranch, and all of that, to Baniku and all of that. So we find that bridge has to be fixed, because since the bridge was down, the business activity there has been very difficult for them. So we saw it that the bridge was very necessary for us to fix. And thank God on the kind of governor we have. He's a listening governor. Immediately we told him about it. He streamed into action. He made it possible for us to see how we can.
Last question, so that we don't stress you out. We heard that you are on a journey. Part of what you're doing for commercial activities, we hear of a market remodeling to an ultra-modern standard in the 21st century. So we want to ask of the market. Did they say it will be in Ishibori or somewhere?
Okay, yeah. Yes. When we get into power, we have to, like I told you, everything that has to do with the people direct is our first priority. When I came into power, I went to, because of the internal generated revenue, I was looking at where we generate money. Are those areas, are there the people existing there, are they okay? Because in a situation where you have a market, you're generating money there, and the market, the atmosphere there is not comfortable, or the people are not being taken care of, or the environment is not being taken care of, it doesn't make sense, because you have to also encourage the people that are paying those money, so that by the end of the day, not okay, their monies are being used. Not to say, okay, when they come to say, okay, they want to collect revenue from the market, the people will resist paying the revenue. So when I got to the market, I saw that the gutters that were there were filled up. I said, okay, and then now during rainy season now, those are half shops that are close to where the drainages are. You understand, rain will start flooding into their shops, and by the end of the day, most of them left the shop, and they were now selling where they don't have even shade, because of the environment, because of the water flood, and all of that.
Okay.
So when I came, I said, no, the best thing we need to do is to deal the gutter. Try to see how we organize the market, so that by the end of the day, they will also see that whatever token they are paying to government, government is also turning it back to maintain the facilities, or to maintain the infrastructure that has been set for them to use.
Okay.
So that's why that what gave us the strength, to see how we can deal the gutters in the market, and to see how the people there will be comfortable.
Awesome. Yes. Mr. Chairman, great work you have done, great interview you have had today, and I'm sure that the people of Ogoja for now will be proud with you and also your administration. But before we give way, any last words to them? What are they to expect from this administration?
Okay, the expectation from us?
Yes, to the people.
Yeah. They're expecting so many things, but God will give us the grace, to see how we can push. Like you asked me, we'll put our heads together.
Do you have the willpower to do all that has been listed? Honourable Chairman, let's just ask before we leave. Do you have the willpower? Will there be distractions, and how do you intend to ward them off?
Okay, for distraction?
Yes, and everything you intend to do.
No. For me, when you're focused, you will not allow anybody to distract you.
Okay.
For instance, our people used to say that when you're going on a journey, it's not every stone. When they start aiming you stones, it's not every stone that you will, when they aim, then you will begin to turn your eyes on the stones, that are aiming. Just continue.
Okay.
Continue going where you're going. When you reach your bus stop, you enter a vehicle and you know that you're going to go down. You will know your bus. When you don't know your bus stop, that someone will tell you that no, drop here. When when it's not your bus stop, so we have to, of course, we won't allow anybody to distract us. You understand? Because we know exactly where we're going to.
Right.
We know our bus stop, so we'll just concentrate straight to our bus stop, to achieve what we want to achieve. And that's why those who are working with me, I tell them, and I have told them, and I will continue telling them that every day you come to the office, even the civil servant, ask yourself, when you go back home, ask yourself that, what have you achieved on that day?
Okay.
What I mean is that every day of your life, as an appointee of government, of the council, every day of your life as the head of the government administration, every day of your life as a staff of council, when you go to the office, ask yourself that, what did you achieve in that office? Did you impacted for the progress of that office on that day? By the time we tilt our mind towards that angle, I think we will do better.
All right.
I think we will do better.
Honourable Chairman, you have spoken well. Thank you very much. And this is where we draw the curtain. You are from Egbe Mbube. How do you say thank you very much for the opportunity?
Okay, yes, I am from Egbe Mbube.
How do you
that's
say?
Where my maternal, that's my maternal place. You know,
okay, so how do you say thank you?
Thank you. I go four.
All righty. So thank you to you, Honourable Chairman. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us.
All right. Well, Nigerians cross the variants, and people from Ogoja, you've heard it. The chairman, he said he's doing well. Well, it's up to you now. If you've noticed something way beyond what he has said, the right to response is open to you. Amson Williams Ojeka saying thank you very much to the Honourable Chairman of Ogoja Local Government Council or area. Thank you very much, Honourable Chris Akbe, and also Honourable Okem Daket with us, yeah? It's only Okem. Thank you very much for coming here with us. Alrighty. Well, across the variants, we'll take a bow. If you see something, say something. But for the growth of Nigeria, all hands on deck, and Nigeria will become a better place. Catch you on the next one. God be with you all.